want to wish my mom Beth a happy 90th birthday, and as I've always said, I'm lucky to have the best mom ever. And
I agree.
we all know her name, even if you don't know Beth. If she was with my dad, he would say Beth so loud. Everyone knows your name, Mom. So, but one thing, Howard and I were talking last night about what we remember most about growing up, and the first thing that came to my mind was that you were always there. Always. I mean, I don't remember ever.
I'm still here.
You're still here.
Yay! Woo!
Seriously, I don't remember ever like a day coming home from school that you weren't there. And, I was very flattered because all my life everyone's called me Little Bessie. And I like that as a compliment, and I'm really happy when they say you're just like your mom. So I'm very lucky because of that. So I want to wish you a happy birthday. All the way from California.
Okay,
So,
Bonnie.
take it away, Howard.
Heather, can you say something?
Oops, sorry.
Heather, you want to say something? Okay, Heather's going to say something.
Okay, I wasn't planning on anything, but of course, you are
My
amazing.
daughter.
I'm so happy that you're 90. I can't believe that you're so healthy and happy and still a comedian. I mean, if you're doing something right, it's just amazing, and I love you, and you're amazing.
Okay. What's that? Let me, okay. I'm going to say some things I wrote down, because I didn't wrote it down because I didn't want to forget to leave anything out. That's the only reason I wrote it down. But some stories about growing up that I remember, and one that always comes to mind, my mother still reminds me about it, is when I was a little kid, I wrote something in the school newspaper. And I said, a sweater is something to wear when your mother is cold. Right? I can never understand it. Why, if my mother was cold, I had to wear a sweater. She still says that to this day. Where's your jacket? Where's your jacket? And she told Bonnie the other day, make sure you don't wear open shoes. So Bonnie wore them, but she couldn't wear them when my mother was around. Right? As Bonnie, and it's true. As Bonnie said, my mother was always there to take care of us. She always took care of everyone. She took care of my father for 67 years of their marriage from 1942 to 2009. And she was his caretaker in his later years. Never once complaining about it, always doing it. And she always took care of her children, Bob, Bonnie, myself. And she always made sure we had everything we needed. Made sure we had breakfast on the table. Make sure we had lunch packed. Make sure we had dinner every night. Make sure our clothes were washed. After dinner, she was always in the kitchen washing the dishes. She made sure, and every holiday, we had holiday dinner. All the family was around. All the family would come over for holiday dinner. And she always took care of everyone. When you look up the definition of mother in the dictionary, it's got Bess Rovner's picture in it. Now, my mom not only took care of her children, she took care of many of my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. Anyone needed a place to live, they would come to our house and live. Judy lived there, I think Janie, your mommy, and Helen, Paul. Uncle Sid. One time Uncle Sid was at our house. He was staying there, and when he was leaving, he was taking some things out of the house. The police came, they thought he was robbing the house. True story. And I remember my mother always being quiet and reserved. My father did most of the talking. When you ask my mom to say something, she always says, I'm not the speech maker of the family. And even tonight she's saying to me, don't call on me to say anything. But Mom, I'll call on you, you'll say something, right? She was always a woman of few words. But in recent years, she's making up for it. She came out of her shell. Now she's not afraid to speak her mind. I think she's been holding it back for 67 years. So now she tells you what she really thinks, whether you want to hear it or not.
That's true.
And I do remember also when my father ran for Congress, I think it was back in 1965, and they had a big picture of my mother in the newspaper, with a big smile, or hair like up to here, right? Glasses, with a recipe for a sour cream cake. So everyone knew Bess Rovner and her cake. It was in the newspaper. Now, did I mention blackjack? Blackjack. That's what my mother likes to do, other than play bingo. Now, and Lee arranging the bingo used to be just Tuesday nights, but now it's Tuesday and Thursday. So don't call my mom Tuesday night or Thursday night. And even if she's got out-of-town visitors like Bonnie, she's got to go home to play bingo. Forget Bonnie. It happened the other night. Thursday night was bingo. And recently, unprecedented, she won 4 games of bingo in one night. Right. And she always says she wins a blackjack. That's what she says. But I don't know. But also, my mom is like a dinosaur that she never drove a car. And that's why I think she's in such good shape today, because when we had to go anywhere, we walked. She walked to the avenue, Castor Avenue, Bustleton Avenue. We built up Cotman Avenue. We walked to Cotman Avenue, Roosevelt Mall. She'd go to the supermarket. She pushed that little cart to the supermarket. So that's why I think that's a secret of why she's in such good shape at 90, because she didn't drive. She didn't ask anybody for a ride. She walked wherever she had to go. Down here, she walked everywhere, right? She used to walk to the Hilton. Now, she can't walk there anymore. When it's not the Hilton, you can read it. But Sharon, Seth, Brent, Heather, my children, we're fortunate to have my mother in our lives, and we're fortunate to go on many trips with both my parents. We went on some cruises together. Sharon and I were fortunate to go to Turkey and south of France with my parents. And we were fortunate to travel around the Greek islands one time, Amsterdam. So really, we were very fortunate. We're truly blessed to have such a wonderful mother. So let's all raise our glasses and then make a toast to 90 years old. And like Bob said, make it to 100. It's the best we're out there.
Okay, thanks, Howard. Before we go on, my cousin Janie from New Hampshire, and then she's going to introduce Judy. Janie.